Thank you, Matt. In order to understand this lawsuit against Josh Primo and the Spurs, it's important to follow along with the timeline of events that allegedly transpired, as laid out by Dr. Cauthen and her attorneys. The accuracy of this timeline is likely going to determine the outcome of this case. Dr. Cauthen was hired by the Spurs as a contracted team psychologist in September of 2021, at which time she began working with rookie Josh Primo. December of last year is when Dr. Cauthen alleges Primo first exposed his genitals to her in an individual session. In January of 2022, the suit states Dr. Cauthen made her first report of Primo's alleged conduct to Spurs management. In addition, Dr. Cauthen requested a meeting with Spurs general manager Brian Wright. The suit states that after the meeting with Wright was postponed numerous times, Dr. Cauthen was eventually able to meet with Wright in March of 2022. Dr. Cauthen stated she was uncomfortable with Primo's behavior after this meeting with Wright. The suit alleges Dr. Cauthen met with Primo in a public setting, yet Primo exposed himself again. In April, Dr. Cauthen alleges she met with Wright again to express frustration over a lack of action on the part of the Spurs. 1 month later, the suit alleges that Dr. Cauthen met with the Spurs legal team. The Spurs legal team instructed Dr. Cauthen to avoid contact with Primo. In June, the Spurs legal team allegedly told Cauthen that head coach Greg Popovich was aware of the situation. At the same time in June, Primo was here in San Antonio. The Spurs used him as a model to unveil their new jersey sponsorship for this upcoming season. While the Spurs headed to Las Vegas for Summer League in July, Dr. Cauthen was allegedly instructed to sit out by the Spurs legal team. Primo traveled as a team participant. On August 31st, Dr. Cauthen's contract was not renewed by the Spurs, and she was terminated. Fast forward to this October. Primo had begun the season with the team, and his third-year contract option was picked up, signaling he'd be around the organization long-term. But 2 weeks later, as we know, he was waived. Again, the only date we know for sure is when Primo was waived by the team last Friday. The Spurs stated they disagree with this timeline presented in the suit. This matter certainly not going to go away overnight. Henry?
It is not. We'll stay on top of it. Thanks so much, Nate.